I would say a lot in the sense that I've known Palmer himself. I've dealt with him before, but he might not know. That was way back, I would say 12 years ago. Yeah. Considering my philosophy in football, I could see it's in line with Tema Youth in terms of player development and other stuff. So along the line, once the job, you cannot predict where you might go today or tomorrow. When he knocked at my door, I considered him personally and the philosophy of his club. That made me take that decision to join Tema Youth. Being in Division 1, for instance, specifically on this zone, I've coached in this zone before, that is King Solomon. So I think it's not going to be anything difficult if I say I'm going to qualify Tema Youth to the Premier Division. Though the Premier Division looks more professional and the Division 1 also looks more very tough because everyone wants to qualify there, but I think it won't be difficult. I think in life, there's 5 discipline Ds that every rational human being have to consider it first. And these 5 Ds, if I have to name it, one have to be the desire. If you have the desire to do something, the second will be the decision making. Now it was left with the third D, that is the determination. Taking the decision. Now you have to sit down and determine what are you going to put on board for you to achieve what you have already desired to do. Right? So I think being the third D, the desire also came. Then the determination follows. Then the final D will be the most important thing in life that people normally doesn't consider. Discipline. Going through the 4 Ds, you need to be very, very, very disciplined, tactically disciplined in your life, in and out of your personal life, of the job as well. So coming to Division 1, it's all about coaching and it's a decision making. The desire was there and I just took the decision to come and take up Tema Youth because I wanted to qualify a Division 1 to a Premier Division. Meeting them for the first day, I spoke to the deputy or the captain, the general himself, that I would like to meet the players. I met them at a nice restaurant, had a chat with them. I told them they shouldn't consider me as their coach, but boys. I mean, we should talk about boys because aside football, life must go on. Probably some of them, I think they are playing, but playing for the owner of the club. Doesn't know that the job that they are doing is their specific office. So they need to put a lot of structures in place. The support of the management, the technical, and the playing body as well, because it's not a single-handed job, right? And there's a lot of things that's structures that I think will be needed to put in place, right? And more sacrificial job. If I say sacrificial job, for instance, well, Tema Youth trained in the morning or once a day. Perhaps along the line, if I decide that we have to train twice a day, the players have to be well dedicated and voluntarily to accept it, because what we have to achieve shouldn't be me, the coach, alone. You have to be, across board. And there was 1 or 2 things that I've also sat down with the president of the club, being Tema Youth Sporting Club. I think coming on board in terms of the players' salary, the other bonuses and other stuff, I think if all those things are going to be met, I think our targets will be well achieved. So it will be like all hands on deck, but not Coach Adipah alone. No. If you talk of pressure, I would say there's much pressure in the Premier Division, or I would say, I can't even single out a 3rd division or a Division 1 or a Premier Division, right? Because even the coaches definitely have their loved ones or their followers. So once you are going into the game, they will definitely expect you to win a match. If you don't, the insult that you get at the Premier Division, 1st Division, you get it all. The correction or the best coaches who be in the fans will definitely try to put you on track. And others might also think that there will be much pressure on me because coming from the Premier Division and to take up a Division 1 match will be expected that whether hook or crook, you have to qualify the team to the Premier Division, which none of the management members of Tema Youth, nor even the founder, has even given me that mandate. But personally, I have a target. That targeted to at least qualify the team to the Premier Division. Mourinho and Pep Guardiola are trophy-winning oriented coaches. Adipah is more or less like them, but believe in the youth, bringing them up to achieve every success. One way or the other, I will be in line of both of them, but to go in line with one of the coaches, I think Alex Ferguson, and I would like to be an Adipah myself, because Ferguson, for instance, brings up players to win trophy, and likewise, that is what I'm also into. Well, if you talk of the formation or the system, I may come out with a lot of system or formation, but you should know that in the game of football, it is players who make the system, but not the system which makes the player. The materials that you have will determine the kind of system that we have to play. So I think for that side, we will leave it aside for us to start the job and see the quality of the materials, or how I can prune them, or how I can shape them in terms of team shaping. Then we get to know the kind of system that I'm going to bring on board for us to use. I pray to the Almighty God that, the strength belongs to Him, and the decisions and every target that we have also, He will definitely make it come to pass. Left to me alone, I say the 2 years definitely. Within these 2 years, Tema Youth will definitely be in the Premier Division. As at the moment, I will say yes. If not, you wouldn't have found me in Tema Youth. So I'll say yes. They are the type or the professional club that I think, for now, I'm peace. I have my peace. I don't have any double-minded. I have never thought of making a wrong decision, or because that is why I earlier narrated about the 5 Ds, the most important 5 Ds in life. So I think I've made a good choice and I'm on the right direction. Everybody, even fans called me, and some fans will call me and ask me, Coach, why do you have to? You all need an explanation. I think everybody is solidly behind. Everybody is solidly behind me. Yeah. For that one, I will not take it out. Yeah.